What's going on, guys? Today is Tuesday, May the 15th. I hope that you had an awesome Monday. I hope that you laughed a little when you saw me singing in my Jeep on the way to work. I know I'm a terrible singer. My goodness, I get that. But sometimes that's just the best thing for me to do so that I don't lose my mind in this crazy world that we live in. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope it was funny. But once again, thank you to everybody that's supporting this. And I'm just, it's unbelievable the number of kids that we're able to reach. And that's what the purpose is more than anything. Today, I just want to talk to you a little bit. You know, we live in a really negative world. I was in such a great mood when I walked in today, and before I could get two steps in the door, man, I had one person after another come to me or come by my office or stop me in conversation, and it just seemed like everyone that I spoke with was complaining about something. Just constantly, over and over. And I came to my office and I shut the door and I had to regroup for a minute because, man, it really kind of let me down. I was happy when I got here, and within 5 minutes of getting here, man, I was kind of wiped out. And you know, one thing's for sure, we can't make everybody happy. Whether or not you like Donald Trump or not, if you look at the results of the last election in 2016, he became president of our country. There was 127 million people participate in the election process, and he only got 62 million of those votes. And when they applied the Electoral College formula, he becomes president of the United States, knowing that more than half of the people in our country voted against him. And there's a reason why the president ages so much from the time he goes into office until 8 years later. Check out those photos of Barack Obama. Man, it looks like he aged 20 years and 8. And that a lot of that is dealing with the pressure, dealing with the negativity, dealing with the criticism. Well, number one, don't ever let anybody hold the keys to your happiness in their pocket. At the end of the day, the audience that you should be concerned about really and truly is a very small group of people. And I say that because here at Woodmont, sometimes I know I make decisions that make the adults, teachers, faculty, coaches on my staff, I know I make them upset. But my responsibility is to make decisions that are in the best interests of the kids here, of the students here. And that's one of the things that I always try to do. I always try to think before I act, and I always try to make an educated decision based on what's best for the kids. Don't let the critics get to you. Don't let the praise get to you. You're going to have negative, you're going to have positive. In my job, I have much more negative than I do positive. And I always tell myself, you know, complaining is like rocking in a chair. It gives you something to do, but you don't really get anywhere. So I would just challenge you. Show up every day, good attitude, do your best. You know, I try to live my life by 3 simple things. Number 1 is do the right thing. That's also the rule that I have with my children. I want them to do the right thing all the time. And when they get into an issue, when they get into trouble, I simply ask them, did you do the right thing? Number 1, do the right thing. It's very, very simple. It's about the choices you make and the consequences that follow. Number 2, be the best you possible. And the only way you can be the best you possible is with a good attitude. And the only way you can be the best you possible is to have enough sleep. So if you take care of those 2 things, kids, turn off the PlayStation, quit playing Fortnite till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and let's go. Let's get some sleep. Let's finish the race. Let's finish the fight, and let's be the best you possible. Do the right thing. Be the best you possible. And number 3, always show somebody that you care. Like I've said before, love is a behavior. And you should be able to tell based on a person's behavior and the choices they make what's important to them. And if you claim to love someone, it should be obvious based on how you act and the decisions you make. So with that being said, I just want to close with something today from my man John Gordon. Here's what he says. If they praise you, show up and do the work. If they criticize you, show up and do the work. If no one even notices you, show up and do the work. Just keep showing up, doing the work, and leading the way. Lead with passion, fuel up with optimism, have faith, power up with love, maintain hope, Be stubborn, fight the good fight, refuse to give up, ignore the critics, believe in the impossible, show up, do the work. You'll be glad you did. Hope that you have an awesome Tuesday. If you have to think about it, it's wrong. I love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.